Hi guys, today I'll be talking about osteoporosis. We've got many patients in this clinic asking if it's safe for osteoporotic patients to come in to get treated by a chiropractor or an osteopath. So I would like to talk about what osteoporosis is. It's called the porous bone, spongy bone disease, and it's a silent disease, so you don't actually know that you have it until you have a low impact fall and that would have caused a fracture, and you get that checked. Only then they realize, oh, this person actually has got osteoporosis. So for you to actually find out what it is, you would have to get a DEXA scan done. But I'll talk about the DEXA scan later. There are some signs where you can look for receding gums, a hunched back, chronic use of corticosteroids, uh, premature menopause, menstruation issues, like that, family history as well. And so it's also more common in women above the age of 50 to develop osteoporosis, according to studies. So when you get a DEXA scan, they will talk about whether you're osteopenic or osteoporotic. So these two, there is a difference between these two things. You are first osteopenic before you become osteoporotic. Osteopenic just means that the bones are starting to really weaken, and osteoporosis means that the bones are already spongy and they are very, very brittle and vulnerable by that point in time. And there will also be loss of bone mineral density during these two phases as well. That's what they have in common. And so in terms of chiropractic treatments, you're wondering, oh, is it safe to get myself cracked by a chiropractor? Will I develop a fracture, etc.? That's the main concern that everyone has. So normally we use our hands to do adjustments. Spinal manipulative therapy, SMT, is what we do. We use our hands to search for restrictions, and we apply a thrust through the joints to induce movement and reduce restrictions in the spine. But it's a bit different when it comes to patients with osteoporosis, because the bones are already very vulnerable. We use this tool called the activator tool. This activator tool puts very specific and mini thrusts through the joints of the spine, where it's really safe. It doesn't cause any sort of fractures. There are no risks associated with that. It's completely fine. You can also change the intensity of the thrust using the activator, so it's very adaptable and customizable to the patient's condition. We also do mobilization where it does not involve any sort of thrusting. And of course, if you've got low back pain from osteoporosis, the joints are already restricted and the body responds to it by recruiting the muscles around the area, and it really guards that area, making it really tight and rigid. Limited range of motion tends to happen over time. So what we do for that is we treat the muscles by using things like our thumbs, knuckles, and elbows to kind of release that trigger point within the muscle. We also do very conservative treatments like dry needling, acupuncture, to really loosen things off. So, osteoporosis is not reversible, unfortunately, but there are ways to kind of manage around the condition to make it more manageable in the future and to improve your quality of life. So there are several ways they can kind of prevent osteoporosis. Comes to calcium intake. People from the ages of 18 to 50 we would encourage at least like 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day. That's the recommended intake. For women above the age of 50, we would recommend 1,200 milligrams of calcium a day. And for men above 70, we would recommend the same, above the maximum of 1,200 milligrams of calcium a day. Diets such as low-fat dairy products, leafy vegetables, salmon, sardines with bones, tofu, soy products, calcium, cereals, and orange juice is a good one as well. Vitamin D is really important, so get out in the sun. Get your vitamin D. It increases the body's ability to absorb calcium a bit better. So you can get it from sunlight, cod liver oil, salmon, and trout. Another thing that I would recommend is definitely exercise. You want to develop strong bones through exercise. It's never too late to start. I would also recommend strength training and balance exercises. Anything to do with any form of weight bearing activity, jogging, running, skipping rope, climbing stairs, those are all quite good for the bones. I would avoid salt, fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks has phosphoric acid, so it actually increases the excretion of calcium in the urine, and it also dehydrates your body without drinking proper water. And alcohol as well. Alcohol acts like a calcium blocker, so in the long run, you could develop osteoporosis with these things, and also long-term consumption of corticosteroids. So if you're really worried about being osteoporotic, go get yourself checked. If you're not sure, you want to get a DEXA scan done. If you're already osteoporotic, just come in and we'll treat you guys. We have got special unique methods to kind of treat people with osteoporosis, so that won't be a worry at all.